Hello, I'm Geoff Buys Cars, and this is a Lincoln. Me and Rich are going to take it for lunch. I'd do a walk round video, but it'd take me about 20 minutes to walk round it. Look at the size of that. Lincoln Continental Mark V Bill Blass edition. Going to lunch. Right then, so here we are, just the three of us, myself, Richard and Bill Blass.
Yeah.
And we're getting everything ready to fly. I've pulled that out because that's the cigarette charger. Look at this, beautiful, isn't it?
Somebody's thought to it. It looks used as well. I can imagine smoking cigarettes. You know what this thinks of? Uncle Buck.
Yeah, this is Uncle Buck all over, isn't it? Column shift up there. And just look at these beautiful, it's just utterly elegant, very square, fantastic. You've got cruise control on the steering wheel.
Have you noticed? It has a Cartier clock.
Cartier clock. But what a beautiful clock. What beautiful gauges. Look at that. Like, how elegant is all the switchgear for the lights over there? I mean, yeah, sure enough, they probably don't all work, but
some of them do.
That's lovely, isn't it? Oh, hang on, you put the interior lights on then. What a lovely ambient level of lighting we have in this thing.
We can dim them as well, apparently.
Go on then.
Oh no.
I'm sure that did dim then. Dimmer switches in my Lincoln. Love it. What a ludicrously comfortable car.
That's what.
It's very Uncle Buck, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anything big and American with a column shift is Uncle Buck. Ford Quadrasonic tape electronic. This will have a banging stereo as well, won't it?
We need some 8-track, don't we?
We do. Got all the controls there for you. Front and back, left and right.
They like using lots of words for things, don't they?
That's what it is.
At the time.
Front, is that right? Front and back?
Yeah.
You'd never, in Europe, it would never be called front and back, would it?
No.
That's really funny, but it just works. So then on my side, I've got an electric window. Let's play knob and switch roulette. No, my window doesn't work.
That one doesn't. But look,
I wouldn't have expected that to work.
Look at this. We've got. Let me find one of the switches. Look at this little window switch.
Whoa, hang on.
So there's a quarter light.
That just put the quarter light down.
Yeah. So you do the quarter light.
That's beautiful.
And then, oh, the big one did come.
So your window comes down in two parts. So you can
allow the rain in, yeah.
Yeah, but that'll work for ventilation as we're driving along, I suppose.
New Jersey.
In the front here, we have individual armrests on our massive captain chairs. I'm ludicrously comfortable. And then the door lock.
This is what I found the other day as well.
Go on.
You have a vanity mirror. Be careful.
Yep. Whoa! That is wonderful. I mean, yeah, my cover fell off, but I don't want to see my face. Lovely.
But everything about it is just chic, isn't it?
My door locks. That's locking your side, but not mine.
Okay, that's good.
There we go. That's.
I think we've lost a power to that door.
Yeah, I think so. Rear tilt and front tilt. What's that for? My seat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that works. And then I've got this knob here, which controls my seat. So now I'm going up and going forwards and going back. In what year did you say this car was?
78.
1978. It's beautiful. Right, I'll do a very quick walk round the car and then I'll get back in and then we'll go.
Do you want to go to the petrol station?
Yes.
Well, we're not going to get wet.
Let's do that.
Because we're going to have to go to a petrol station.
Well, every trip in this car is going to require a petrol station, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to flip the camera around. Let's mount the camera. Right then, whilst Richard closes the gate, I've got my seatbelt which comes down and out of the roof and pulls up and out of the floor, which is pretty cool.
Hey, this would be typical of a winter's day in New York, wouldn't it?
This is a New York winter's day, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So we have 7 litres.
Yeah.
7 litre V8.
I think it's probably slightly bigger than that, but you can do the...
I'll do a proper video when we've actually worked out what you've bought, because prior to me starting filming, you were saying that basically you bought this because it looked fun.
Correct. It's just cool, isn't it?
It's very cool.
And there's a lot of it.
There is a lot of it. I mean, in terms of value for money,
On a rate per square foot.
on a rate per square foot, it's huge.
I'd love to work out how big it is. Actually, in square footage rather than just sort of length.
Scrap weight.
Scrap
So if we
weight.
take it to a weighbridge.
Well, we're guessing it 3 tons.
It's got to be something like 3
Can you
tons.
put the numbers up afterwards?
Yeah. I'll do a video where I explain the history of the Bill Blass edition as well. So
With the Cartier clock.
we'll get with the Cartier clock, and that will hopefully help sell the car. So your plan with this is to clean it up a little bit and then retail it at, how much did you say it would be? For 17 foot worth of car?
Yeah.
Buy it by the foot.
Well, the reason why I think it's worth that is because there are very few of these left. But not only that, the majority of them are just in really tired condition. This is quite the opposite. We've got all the build sheets and the original dealer ownership, including some early service history as well, which is incredibly unusual on this. 2 keys, just lots of things that go towards something that's been looked after.
And for that money, it's a show car. Which
Well, it's definitely something you would take to shows. There's no doubt about that.
We've even got the 1979 workshop manual on CD. I love that you could take this to any car show and park it alongside a 150, 180,000 pound E-Type, and everybody would want to look at the Lincoln. Now, that's just brilliant.
Well, they might like it, they might not like it.
It's a very
certainly going to attract attention.
Geoff classic car.
I think it could be quite divisive though, because you can love it or you hate it.
I think it could. So we've got the original. That looks to me to be the original build sheet.
Yep.
Which is very cool.
It's normally shoved into the back seat.
Yeah.
Somebody's taken the foresight to put it into
Absolutely.
But if you look within there, there's a name on the original order
Okay.
that matches the name on the dash.
Oh right. Okay. So
that's the Bruce Springsteen I mentioned.
So we've got the we have a dash plaque here, which is, it says it's a Bill Blass limited edition model, and then it says Lorraine Belder. So
Whose
that
name is on one of those
ties up.
documents. But he's addressed in New Jersey.
Well, that's his wife, so it's Peter Belder and Lorraine Belder, because this is their insurance document,
Yeah.
dated 1982.
How cool is that?
That's excellent.
Now I wonder.
Really
if
excellent.
you contact them.
I'd be willing to bet that if you wrote them a letter, they would be very keen to hear back from you.
Yeah. Well, this
Because
is
in
the-
my experience, that's the way it works. People really like to hear about their old cars.
Here's a photograph of the car. It's made its way to the UK.
Yep,
Their name's in the front of there as well.
that's amazing.
Now, I would have a pound to a penny, or a pound to a dollar, that they have a photograph of this brand new.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's an optional miles to empty gauge. I don't think ours has the miles to empty gauge, does it? Is that
Oh,
the
no.
one?
That's
No,
just-
look, an actual miles to empty gauge that shows it as a digital readout. I think that was optional.
Is that just a
That's
light?
just low fuel, but maybe when
Why is there separate lights?
you have a
that's
fully-
done some work, that hasn't it?
a fully separate gauge for the fuel light. It's just wonderful. I could sit and go through this paperwork all day long. I probably won't because I'm filming and that makes a really boring video. But it's funny how you can get carried away with all this really geeky stuff. You know, the
I think
original.
that's what makes the difference between
is.
a car that's actually worth something and something that's
Definitely. So
tired and old.
here we have a New Jersey registration document for the car. $53.50, registered in January 1988. That was.
Is there a Simon Garfunkel song about driving down the New Jersey Turnpike?
I don't know. I'm not a big enough Simon and Garfunkel fan to be able to tell you.
You need to know about.
There will be something about driving in New Jersey.
Yes.
So that there.
Have you noticed any bumps?
No, I haven't noticed. I haven't noticed any bumps at all. Which is weird because on the drive in, I was thinking, what a horrible road.
But what we've done is we've removed them.
We've
I don't mean the
removed
car
the
is.
bumps.
Yeah, the car hasn't just driven over them. We've squashed them, so they're not there anymore.
So this is the Designer Series limited edition model panel, and I presume when you ordered it at the dealer, you'd have to fill this in to say what name you wanted on it. Peter obviously put his.
Maybe it was a present for his wife.
Maybe it was a present for his wife.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool. We need to
Yeah.
find it out, don't we?
we do.
Because they're going to be alive. They bought this in '78. Let's say they were 40.
So there's instructions here on how to install the plaque. So I wonder if that is this instructions for the dealer or is this instructions for the first owner? We may never know, but it's quite
I
wonderful.
like it though. The fact that the name on the logbook matches the plaque.
It's quite brilliant.
What would you do if you changed ownership? Get a new plaque.
Go to an engraver. Excuse me, can you match up my Lincoln plaque, please?
So we'll go to the gas station. It's not a gas station, it's a petrol station.
We're going to the gas station, filling station.
It's very much like a petrol station. It's owned by
A bit like a petrol station. What do we think miles per gallon from 7 litres? Some,
yeah, definitely.
maybe some.
I reckon it's 10.
10 miles per gallon.
Yeah, there or thereabouts.
But there's a lot of it's a very happy place to be, and there's value in that.
It's a happy place to be, and it's Tupperware weather.
Yeah.
And it's raining, and we're still delighted. So imagine in the sunshine, what it'd be like.
I know, it'd be brilliant. How does it feel to drive? Does it feel responsive?
Tell me, do you feel as if you're in the middle of the road?
No, I don't actually.
So it's not that big.
No.
It's no bigger than a big four-wheel drive.
It's not too bad on width though, is it? So in terms of driving it,
its main issue is its length.
yeah. And the fact that you can't see. Like front visibility you've actually got, because you can see the Lincoln badge, so you can see how long it is. The back's a problem, isn't it? You just can't see anything out the back.
Well, that's behind us. It's history.
All 14 foot of it.
What's behind us is history. It's modern history.
Exactly. But I am astonishingly comfortable right now.
Well, we drove back from Liverpool yesterday. So we came over from on the boat.
Yeah.
And it's sat on the docks. We hopped in it, and we realised that as well when with the Palomine, and his comment was just, let's just drive to the alley.
Yeah.
And you could.
Yeah. It's a car that feels like that, doesn't it? You quite happily cover some distance.
We sat at 75 miles an hour, no issue whatsoever.
And that's the thing.
It's ponderous, but it was never designed to be a sports car, was it? That's why it's so comfortable.
I remember having this conversation with a friend of mine who has an American classic car, and the thing you get with American classic cars is perfectly cruisable motor speeds and comfort with air conditioning.
Yeah.
And you look at
Don't
cars.
ask anything else.
Yeah, don't ask anything else of it. But cars from the 60s and 70s that are British, you don't have any of those things.
No.
Very, very different proposition.
Yeah. Until the European market took over, BMW, Audi, and one or two other Volvo turned up in Europe, and they were considered to be quite exotic.
Yeah.
They had all those features.
Absolutely.
And added on top of it, they were reliable.
But that's what I love about this car. Is
And Japanese cars, obviously.
and Japanese cars. But that as well was the death of this car. So essentially you've got the 50s, 60s, 70s. The American car market is all about the big land yachts. Fuel economy isn't really a thing.
Well, it's academic, isn't it, when fuel was
Absolutely.
30 cents or whatever it was.
And import cars hadn't yet made their mark. And then suddenly, imported cars started to reach the States and people said, oh,
These are a lot better.
Yeah, these are a lot better. But the American market didn't adapt, and I find that quite
Also, but they're quite patriotic
incredible
as well, isn't it?
They're quite patriotic. So then they came up with a compact car, which might be the same thing, but 2 foot shorter, with a 5 litre engine instead of 7 litre. Like, that was their answer.
Yeah, but then they looked at the European cars and realised they work. So you have a look at every single John Hughes film
Yep.
that's filmed in the 90s, or late 80s, early 90s, and somewhere they will feature a Volvo.
Yes.
Volvo 240 estate. Right, which side is the fuel from? On the other side.